Hello, my name is Nathan Taylor, also known as Sockmatician, and welcome to this series of special video tutorials filmed to accompany my book, Guys Knit. This video relates to the tutorial on page 46, and it's the one you've all been waiting for. This is where you learn how to create a knit stitch.
I've got some good news for you. The knit stitch is actually easier than the cast on you will already have learnt, and it starts off in exactly the same way. I've got some stitches here that I've already cast onto my needle. They are sitting there nice and comfortably on my left hand needle, and my right hand needle is free and ready to start work. So just as before, then we want to go into the first stitch on the left hand needle by going in from left to right and from front to back. So bring the tip of the right needle around the left hand side of that stitch and then go through underneath. You can hold on to those two needles with your thumb and forefinger just like that, keeping that pesky little tail out of the way. Pick up the working yarn. We've done all of this before. Wrap it anti-clockwise around the tip of the right hand needle. Little tug to pop it back into place, and then guiding through with your finger you can draw the right hand needle tip back through. Now this is where things change. Before we then transferred that stitch back onto this needle. We don't need to do that now. We've already pretty much completed that stitch. The only thing to do now is using this right hand needle and sliding it sideways, you can actually slip that old stitch off the end of the left needle. Now you can see my needles are connected. I've got one stitch, a new stitch on the right hand needle, and the stitch is waiting to be worked here on the left. So it's important you don't let things all slip off here. This is how we actually do the knitting. Let's do that one more time. So let's go back into this first stitch on the left hand needle from left to right and from front to back. Picking up the working yarn. You see I'm not really needing to pinch anymore because there's enough friction on the needle to make that unnecessary. Wrapping the yarn anti-clockwise around in exactly the same way as we did before. Give it a little tug. You feel that little pop as the yarn pops through the needles. Guiding with the finger, you can draw that right needle tip towards you, coming out the way it went in, and then just slip the old stitch off the needle. And here you can see I've got two stitches now knitted. One more time, in then from left to right and from front to back. Wrap anti-clockwise. Feel the pop, draw the stitch back through out the way it came in and slide it off the needle. Look at that, boys, you're knitting.